Hey, Eris got here, and it's time to talk about Dandadan. But before we get into that, yes, I'm still sick. I feel better compared to last week, but my voice is not fully back, and the cold is still here. But I think I'm getting over the worst part of it, so to say. So again, sorry if I sound weird and I'm still talking through my nose and slowly. And yes, I'm bald again because I just felt like it. It feels great, honestly. And yeah, enjoy my shiny dome. But this episode here, we finally get a bit more with Jiji, this love rival that Okarun apparently is gonna have here. And I'm gonna judge him at first, but I'm also very open to see more of him compared to how we saw with Aira, how she made her entrance. I'm really curious what's going to happen with Jiji in the future and what they alluded to with his family, what happened there. We're gonna talk about that. But also, I'm liking this episode. It's very much so a build-up and character development episode focused on Okarun and his relationship with Momo. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, picks up from last week, Jiji being there. I like how everybody has this first impression of him. I like Okaron admiring him, saying he's very cool, Momo likes him, he must be cool, and so on. But as soon as he opened his mouth, I'm like, okay, he's an idiot. Like a big dweeb idiot. But at least he knows how to get along with Seiko, giving her a lot of compliments, and she's more than open to it here. And apparently he's gonna live with them from now on, much to Momo's dismay. She was kind of having a day there, being forced into impersonations, having Jiji just show up, Seiko not explaining anything to her. Aira still going on about Momo still being a demon. She's gonna start Ragnarok. I really like Aira's view of the world. She definitely reminds me of Arthur from Fire Force, and hey, we're getting more Fire Force. If you haven't watched it, check it out. But yeah, Aira storms off, saying she's gonna gather her own group to stop Momo. I'm really curious what she's gonna do there with that. But then Okarun also starts saying he's gonna leave home, and I like how Momo was just trying to communicate to him, like, before she made up her mind. She was actually holding her breath. There's like, say something. She was trying to, hey, see you tomorrow, to get him to understand that. But what was he supposed to do? She finally breathed and said, hey, say, see you tomorrow. He says that. And I have a feeling she kind of wanted to invite him to stay. I'm like, just tell him to stay over the night. What's gonna happen? The house is already overcrowded there. I kind of hope he's gonna stay more with the group here. But after Okaron leaves, we finally get a conversation. What happened with Jiji? Why he's there? Seiko telling us. Apparently his parents are in the hospital, and he's really good at flattering Seiko. And he does have a history with Momo, their childhood friends. He used to make fun of her, mock her a bit. Not sure how what exactly happened between them. He actually apologizes for that, and even Mom was like, did we ever really get along? I think he was just kind of pushy and always there with her. I'm curious how they were in the past, how they're gonna be now in the future here. And it's revealed that he can see ghosts also, and maybe it's connected to Okarun's golden balls, maybe not here. But apparently at some point during their childhood, he moved away and ended up in a haunted house, and things got really weird, very scary and creepy, especially for him as a kid. His parents, of course, how they're gonna believe that, and this ghost revealed in front of him, kind of goading him a bit. We don't fully know the context, what happened there. I really like that scene. It looked cool, like veins, nerves are kind of crawling up his skin or under his skin, the presence of that ghost. I really like that scene. And they try to get exorcist to handle it. 3 of them committed suicide against it, and the other ones recommended Seiko to take care of it. So probably the parents started believing him at some point. But Seiko is not gonna help him because she can only use her powers in the town. So that house is out in the forest there. And house outside the suburbs, so to say. But what I'm curious about here is especially Momo's and Jiji's relationship, and apparently it's alluded that that ghost had something with Jiji's parents getting into this accident and ending up in the hospital here. But we'll see, because it feels like he's gonna be part of the main group. He even goes to the same school, ends up in the class with Momo. He introduces himself, and he definitely reminded me of that meme with human resources. When you flirt, if you're good looking, everything fine. If you're ugly, I'm sorry, no. He's very good looking. It worked out. All of the girls liked him. The boys are getting jealous of him. Even Momo's friends started liking him. He's very good at giving out compliments. But the way he talks is just kind of... it annoys me a bit, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm open to see more about him. I like him when he's more serious, when he's in that dancing dweeb state he has. I'm like, please stop, please stop. There, I don't hate him. Don't come at me already. I'm gonna keep an open mind, see more of him. It's just his first impression here. But yeah, then starts blabbing his mouth in school, saying he already lives with Momo and they're in a relationship. Of course, that's gonna start more rumors. Really curious where Momo's and Okarun's reputation is gonna end up in school, even more after that hallway scene. Now Jiji spreading out this word here. I feel like it's gonna be all over the place there. But Momo, how is she gonna handle that? We're gonna have to see. But the focus of this episode was very much so on Okarun, him feeling depressed, kind of being left out with this Jiji and Momo interactions here, and starts overthinking a lot. Like we've all done this, be it in romance, first crush, and whatever. You start overthinking, and then you feel the need to take yourself out of that situation, and that's exactly what he did. Feel like he's not good enough. He's gonna let them keep going and so on. He's gonna lose Momo, and it's better he rips off the bandage, you know, or at least that's what I got from that scene here. And he decides to get distracted by doing some training there. And Momo, I really liked this. She instantly found him. She went there and started eating lunch with him, or at least she was about to. She said the reason is to keep an eye on him after what happened with Aira, but she liked spending time with him. They're perfect for each other, let's be honest. And she was about to feed him. Hey, if you have your hands busy, I'm gonna feed you. I was like, oh, really? Really? I'm like, is this really gonna happen this fast? No, of course. Then we have the dweeb, Jiji, coming in, and he knows Momo. He definitely knows her. He brought her favorite yogurt. This didn't do any favors for Okarun there, and this was the moment when he decided to walk away. And then when he takes the corner, he runs into a mannequin, screaming, running at full speed, like really fast, screaming mannequin. And the animation looked great for the run of the mannequin, especially the transformation there. And as soon he started running from it, but the mannequin wasn't after Okaron, it was just running in the same direction. Momo was about to stop it. That should have been easy, but Jiji, of course, didn't have any context. I'm like, yeah, Jiji is gonna do it, right? He tackles Momo, gets her out of the way, but Momo latches on to the mannequin and they get dragged, both her and, and Jiji. So Okarun has to transform, and Momo suspects that he might have one of the golden balls there, the mannequin. Maybe that's why it's alive. Okarun has to catch up to them, transforming, leaving his clothes behind there. They try to stop it, they almost get hit by a bus. They tear open some power lines there, all three of them. Like Jiji started punching Okarun, saying it's a monster there. He's very confused. He's probably gonna end up being in the group when they explain the situation to him. I'm curious if he's gonna have kind of similar thing like Aira has. She still thinks Momo is a demon. I'm really curious how he's gonna see Okarun after the transformation there, how the dynamic is gonna be between them. And Is he gonna step back if he realizes that Okarun likes Momo? I'm really curious about that. Like I said, Jiji is an interesting character. So far, I find him a bit annoying when he's in that dweeb form. But I'm very curious about him, how he's gonna be in the future, and even more what happened with his family that goes there. I'm really not ready for another emotional gut punch that we got with the Seal Kid there and Ira's past and what happened. That episode just emotional damage. But hey, we're gonna have to see what happens when we get to that. They finally catch up to the mannequin thanks to Momo grabbing its heart while it split itself apart to get rid of Momo's psychic powers. She managed to grab the heart and started hitting it to follow the location by the scream there. They find him in a garbaged up abandoned construction site, whatever that was there, and he was looking for his love, Taro, another mannequin that got tossed in the garbage. Hana, the mannequin girl, and this was kind of like a moment for Okaron to realize to not give up on Momo and realizing he loves her, and finally he resonates with what he saw in front of him. So this mannequin did quite a lot this episode, and I'm liking, kind of helped Okarun get over Jiji in a way and the problems he brought in. But I'm curious where the dynamic is gonna go forward. We have Ira loving Okarun, Okarun loving Momo, Momo loving Okarun, and Jiji, I think he loves Momo. I'm not sure about him, we'll have to see. But from a love triangle, it's now a rectangle of, I don't know, confusion here. We're gonna have to see what's gonna happen with that. But really curious about this ghost and haunted house. And again, I'm sorry if my mind is all over the place. Like I said, I'm still sick, but fun episode, very much so a build up for future things. I'm curious what you guys thought about. Let me know in the comments below. What was your favorite moment here? And I have to say, screaming mannequin, I didn't expect that one. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Dandadan. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.